Welcome, welcome, welcome. Child, not me trying to plug in my charger when I mean to plug in my microphone. Okay, there we go. What's up, everybody? Peace and love. How's everybody doing? How you feeling? How you living? Sorry, y'all. I have a what is it? Ricola in my mouth, and that's just because I had a sore throat all freaking day, and it's really come from a toothache. I woke up with a really bad toothache, but I've been pressing through, and I took a nap, and when I woke up from the nap, it's like whatever is affecting it is starting to go down to my throat. But nonetheless, we are here to get this message. Hey Shelly, how you doing, babes? I am doing all right. As y'all might know, if y'all in a rebirth society, girl, I don't even know. It literally came out of nowhere. Like, usually I get a toothache when I'm eating something sweet. I ain't ate nothing that I shouldn't have eaten. I didn't sleep with no air, to my mouth or nothing. I just woke up in pain. And if y'all are in the rebirth society, the intuitive message that we gave today, I was talking about it because, I posted the reading at like 7 a.m. And I was talking about, how sometimes and which brings it back full circle to the message that I'm giving today, but sometimes we call ourselves preparing for some certain things, and we don't give ourselves time for, or give ourselves grace in the midst of adversity or shit happening that we couldn't have possibly planned for, like life just life. And like, it's like, oh well, anytime I'm doing something right, here goes something else that's falling apart. And sometimes it's just life. Hey Swan, thank you, love. But sometimes it's just lifing, and it's nothing for me to complain about. I wasn't about to cancel all of my appointments today. I wasn't about to not come on live, not post. Mercury is still retrograding. I was trying to post chapter 4 and 5. I only was able to post chapter 3 to the Rebirth Society for the Hoodoo class, for the Hoodoo Master class. So things is just chaotic right now. But at the same time, learning how to flow in the midst of it is what I'm learning and practicing, and sharing with you guys to be able to do the same thing. Learning when to pivot, when to let go, and just let things play its course. Some things just out of your control. So, I'm doing the things that I can do that's in my control, which is, using my herbs, doing things the holistic way that I normally would, and then doing what I can do as far as, I still needed to go live. I had readings today, I had consultations today, still doing what I need to do to delegate, because at the end of the day, running a business, don't nobody give a damn about what you got going on personally. They pay for a service or a product, they expect to get it. So y'all have not paid to be on YouTube, but y'all have an expectation for me, and I haven't been on here for so long, and I'm doing this to myself. Even with me getting on here today, through all of this, because I've been up since 5:30 a.m., which is, whew. This is today. I want to say today was the first day in a very long time that I feel like I've been an adult most of the day. And I ain't gonna say I didn't like it, but it's something to get used to. I like being a kid. I don't like responsibilities. I don't like getting up and doing things in a structured order. I don't like any of that. But learning to love those things, because I didn't have a bad day. It's just, my tooth was hurting all day, but I still got a lot of things done. I was very productive today, and I'm proud of that. So, just taking it a day at a time and learning to take a blow. Like, this is very minute. Like, this ain't my first rodeo with a toothache. So, this is just where we at today. But I say all that to say, welcome you guys. If this is your first time meeting me and the first time joining us, I am Oshun Yinka, your favorite womb specialist. I help women balance their hormones naturally, in only days through my hormone challenge program. I am a Yoni Steen practitioner, intuitive reader, as well as a coach, mentor, spiritual mentor, and holistic business mentor as well, coach as well. So welcome if this is your first time joining us. If you're watching it on a replay, make sure y'all drop some purple hearts down in the comments to let me know that you watched the content and that you enjoyed it. If you do get anything from this video, you are more than welcome to like the video, share the video with somebody else who may need it, and also subscribe to the website. Subscribe to the channel, follow the channel so you don't miss out on any more videos like this, because there's plenty more where this came from. And if you are not meeting me for the first time, welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get right into it, y'all. My bedtime is at 11 o'clock now. That's my new bedtime. So we got about a good 30 minutes before I have to get off, go unwind, and make sure that I'm in the bed by 11 o'clock. That is something that I am holding myself responsible for. Because waking up, and I just learned this last night, you would think it's common sense, right? But I just learned this last night. When you go to bed early, it's easy to wake up early. It is easy to wake up early when you just go to bed early. So instead of me saying I'm gonna go to bed before 12 or at 1 o'clock, like being in the bed by 12 or 1 o'clock, I'm making sure I'm in the bed no later than 11 o'clock, sleep by 11:30, because once I get in the bed, I got my tea already, my sleepy time, catnip, chamomile, lavender tea, my little concoction. I already got that by the bed. And as I'm writing and journaling my day, going over things that I should have done better, things that I did very well, things that I want to accomplish the next day, by the time I finish writing that, it's time for me to close my eyes and go to sleep by 11:30. And I'm knocked out. And we're going to rinse and wash and do that on repeat tomorrow. And I'll let you guys know my journey of waking up at 5:30. Because, baby, I thought it was going to be impossible. But when I woke up today, I didn't need to hit my alarm clock. I didn't need to, even with me sitting, you know how you got to sit and get yourself together before you get up. I'll probably sat for like maybe 5 minutes. Usually it would be a smooth 30 minutes, to the point where I'm about to fall back asleep, and then I just got to force myself to get up. But I was up. I was energized. I was ready to, take my shower and get my day started, get dressed. I was ready because I was in bed by 10:30. So I got a full night's rest. So that is my goal. I have to be off of here. And if y'all see me going over, because y'all know I will, make sure you say, all right, Inka, it's 10:30. Or whatever time it is from y'all, the 10:30, once it gets to the 30 mark, then we got to close it up. So yeah, let's get right into this read. So I am gonna pull a couple cards, if I need to, but the message that I got today, I've been doing readings all day today. I did destiny readings. If you're part of my mailing list, we did destiny readings today, and for the most part, they look pretty good. I love to see that my tribe is in alignment. I love to see that, there's work being done, and that, the messages that I'm delivering, that you guys are actually putting it into play. I love to see it. That's what I do it for. So, with my readings that I was doing individually, as well as the reading that I did for the Rebirth Society on the Patreon. Shout out to the Patreon people who have subscribed to the Patreon. The link is down in the description. It's only $5.99. We do daily intuitive messages, ancestral messages every day, Monday through Friday. And as well, right now, we are doing a Hoodoo Master Course. Yeah, we're doing a Hoodoo Master Course. So if you want to learn about Hoodoo, if you want to learn about ancestor veneration and connecting to your ancestors and things of that nature, join the Patreon. Join the Patreon. Sunday is going to be our first live on Zoom, where we're going to be discussing what we've already learned, the chapters that we've already put into the y'all, I can't talk. The chapters that we've already put into the course, we're going to be discussing those. If y'all have any additional questions, y'all know I don't do, when I'm on live, I don't answer personal questions, but you will finally be able to ask personal questions while we are in the Zoom, because it's more intimate and it's not on the actual internet like this. So, y'all, I'm sorry. Let me finish eating this candy before I'll be spitting everywhere. Okay. So, yes. Mm. Hey, Lasia. Woo. Y'all, my tooth hurts so bad. So if it sounds like I'm talking like I got a lisp, it's because like my gums are kind of like swollen. So yeah. You said you need it. Come on with it then. Come on with it. It's only $5.99. Only $5.99 every month. $5.99. So yes, that is what we are doing right now as far as my snack shop and the movement and what we're doing. If you're in the OG Rebirth Society on Facebook, y'all will get a lot of that information as well. But I'm transitioning where I'm not posting any more spiritual work in that group. All the spiritual work is going to go to the Patreon. So a lot of people have been telling me that it's overwhelming, all the information, all the trainings, all the PDFs and courses and things like that in the Rebirth Society on Facebook. Everybody was saying like it was overwhelming trying to go through all that content. So I'm taking a big chunk of that out and putting it into the other Rebirth Society, the Patreon, because that is gonna make it a lot easier for people to, if you just want spirituality, it'll just be on the Patreon. If you want herbalism, how to build a business, a holistic business, if you want to know how to make tinctures and oils and serums and things like that, then the Facebook group will be for you. And then you will need to either take the hormone challenge or the medicine woman course that I teach every single Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Time. If the Facebook group is what you need, then you want to take one of those to get into that. Those have prerequisites. But the Rebirth Society 2.0, all you need to do is just pay the $5.99 a month on Patreon. So again, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. We only got a few minutes for me to get this message out. So the first thing that I was getting today was readiness. How to get ready is what I've been hearing. The couple of videos, because I study every day, whether it's spirituality, herbalism, or whatever. Like I'm on YouTube, I'm on reading something where I'm learning something for personal development. And today I just kept hearing the message of get ready. Are you prepared? Get ready. Also in the Rebirth Society 2.0, I said right before I gave my message this morning that I've been feeling very void. I've been feeling I don't know if unfulfilled is the word to use, but I've just been feeling like empty, and to a certain extent. Even with me doing so much new things, like just getting back, and it's really been since I got back from Honduras. But it's just like a sense of, what am I doing this for? And not that I would ever trade being an educator, not that I would ever trade, helping women with their womb healing or spiritual journey. I love what I do, and I love the results that I get my students and my clients. So it's not that I want to trade that, but it's a sense of, what am I doing it for? Because nobody wants to feel like you're just being used up. Nobody wants to feel like, of course you guys are going to benefit from me coming on here dropping gems. Of course, my students benefit from me, giving them insight and pointers on things. But what am I getting out of it? Like, I get a sense of joy being able to help other people, but it's like, it gotta be more than this, like it gotta be more than this. And that's why I've been sitting for like the last few days, and I don't know where it's coming from. I've been sitting with it to like discover it, but something today was just saying this is like the season to be prepared. And as I went throughout today, as I meditated on it, the message that I received was, and I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, most of this message is resonating to me because it's more so of me just sharing my story in hopes that it helps somebody else. This is not like me channeled this message for the collective. It's channeled messages and awareness for myself, and hopefully I'm sharing it to hopefully help someone else. But the messages that I was getting today was like being still and not needing an outcome in the preparedness, me preparing for this, like I want to make it make sense. So there was a message of being prepared. Like, are you really ready for what you're really asking for, and what does it require you to, if you're saying that you want this version of yourself, if you're saying that you want to be the CEO, if you saying that you want to be like this global brand and things like that, what do you have in place that's going to prepare you to be able to, what does that mean? That's the real question. What does that really mean? He said, I really appreciate this transparency and I definitely understand. Ashe. The question was, what does that really mean? When we say that we want things, Spirit is going to ask us, what does that mean? And the average person has no idea what that means. What do I mean by when I say that? When you say, okay, I want to be successful in business, what does that mean? For one, it means that you can't be an employee. There is no successful CEO who's still an employee. That it does not exist. You're either a CEO, a business owner, or you're an employee. It's one or the other. You are not still getting W-2s as a CEO. So that's one thing. You're not an employee. So when you're saying I want to be a business owner, I want to, work for myself, it does, yes, there's building blocks and there's transitions and things like that, but understanding that this job is funding my business, the way that you show up to work should not look the same as it did before you said, I want to be a CEO, I want to be a business owner. You should be going to work with a different mindset of, I'm only here to fund my business. I'm only here to learn SOPs so that I can implement them in my business. I'm here as an intern versus an employee. I'm here to learn how to do, like, how is this business operating? How is their systems working? How can I implement that into my business? When your mindset shifts to I want to be a CEO, that's where your mind should go all the way across the room. That also should reflect your friendships and your the people that the company that you keep and the places that you go. All of that should change. No CEOs are going to be, at the club or on a block in places that are high risk when they know that they got something to lose, when they know that people are dependent on them in their brand, when they know that they're changing lives and people actually look forward to them showing up on social media, showing up in their services and things like that. You walk with a little bit more sacredness, because you know that whatever it is that you're asking for, or the life that you've created is it has some sacredness to it. So you can't just be in all the places that, unless you go in there for some missionary work, you can't just be out here drunk and out here drinking and driving and things like that. You can't do that because you got too much to lose. People who know their purpose and know where they're going, they walk like they have something to lose. If you're saying whatever, and I could go on and on about this, but whatever it is, apply that to your own life. If you say that you want whatever A or whatever B is that you say that you want, what does that mean? What is that required? So for myself, being a CEO requires me to have routine. I've never had routine a day in my life. Like, even when I was told, like, growing up, the systems that, like, my grandparents tried to put into me, like making your bed up every day, washing dishes as you cook and things like that. Like, I never followed those rules. Like, I did it just enough to say I didn't do it, and most of the time I still got in trouble for not doing it. So those rules were never instilled into me. It wasn't until I built a relationship with why my grandma was telling me to do this. It wasn't until I built a relationship with why it was important to make sure my bed was made every day. It wasn't until I built a relationship to it that made it matter to me. But as a CEO or as a business owner, there's no such thing as success without order. There's no such thing as a success without systems and structure. Right, and I'm getting better. I'm getting better with it, and I have a whole sequence on. Once y'all see me in the next 30 days, you'll be able to see, like, how it's actually working effectively, because I think the system that I finally got, the one that I did last night, the system that I finally got, I think this one is going to work because I'm ready. The difference between everything else, like, it's something as simple as going to bed earlier. That's easy. Like, most of the things that we need, we already know the answer to. But it's like, what are we doing that we're prioritizing over getting that done? Even like with this, I'm still on live later than I expected. I'm supposed to have been on live at 9 o'clock. My thing is, okay, as long as I'm in the bed by 11, I can come on here and just give a quick message. But as long as I'm in the bed by 11, I'm still not going to abide. Like, I will literally cancel the live in mid-sentence, but to abide by my rules, because that's the something that I have to start prioritizing. I have to go to bed early. Waking up is not the problem. Going to bed is the problem, because I go to bed at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's a boundary that I have to set for myself. And once you figure out that routine, I know for myself, that is the biggest thing that I was struggling with. Like, I know it's my work ethic and my routine, because I've never had to have structure. I've always been prosperous enough to never want for anything. Like, I don't have to slave to pay my bills. I don't have to slave to make ends meet, because I just always had, the divine working things out for me. But now I'm at a point where I want structure. I want to be able to say, I'm going to make $500 today, and actually wake up and make $500. Not, oh, well, we'll see if I make it or not. Like, I think that's what's pissing me off the most. The fact that when I'm trying to be intentional with things, is not going the way I want it to go. But that's where Spirit is saying, like, are you actually ready for that? Because once I start to stick to this routine, everything that, being that I know that this is the key to me getting to the next level, once I start to do those things, am I ready for the constant consultations? Like, I'm completely booked out for the rest of the week, and I ain't really done nothing extra. I haven't done absolutely nothing extra to be booked out for the rest of the week. But just the fact of I've made a decision to be closer on my routine, be strict to my routine. That's something that's simultaneously working. Now, I want to attach this to being in your feminine energy. Once you understand how your feminine energy works, you won't have the need to feel like you need to exert yourself to do stuff. And that's what I'm learning in the last couple of weeks as well, where I feel like I have to perform to get the results that I need. And the performance isn't going to get me the results that I need. It's the personal development. So it's not that I'm not sending out the right emails. That might be a thing, but that's not the thing that's stopping me from getting the results that I want. When I have an organized mindset, you said you can't wait till you get there. Don't rush the process, please. Don't rush the process, because there's fundamental steps in all of these areas. But when what I'm learning right now is that I don't have to perform to get the results that I want. I simply just have to be. And just simply being, I want to be a CEO. So how do CEOs operate? They have systems in place. Put the systems in place. They have a routine. What am I doing? They have a ritualistic lifestyle, meaning that same thing as SOPs. Like, there are things that you do every single day that incorporate, that contribute to the desired outcome. If I get up every single day and I hit my phone, that's one thing I was super proud of myself with this morning as well. I didn't touch my phone till 7 o'clock, and I was up at 5:30. Any other time, if I'm getting up at 7:30, I'm on my phone till about 9:30, and then I'm like, okay, let me put my phone down, let me get up, let me go do my offerings and blah blah blah. Let me start my day. But the reason being is because I feel like I'm rushed and I feel like I'm behind, because I got emails flowing in around that time. Ain't nobody on my phone between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Ain't nobody on my phone before 10 o'clock. But as far as emails and stuff like that, the night before and checking and stuff, ain't nobody on my phone that early. And I also didn't have the mindset. I didn't care to even look at that. I'm up too early to be worried about what else anybody else got going on. I don't feel like I'm behind. I don't feel like I'm rushed. So that's one of the biggest things that I noticed today about me getting up early. Like, I'm thinking that, I got an addiction to my phone, which I probably do, but I didn't wake up wanting to touch my phone. And I chose not to touch my phone. Like, I wasn't even thinking about it, because I had other things already. I had my day already planned from the night before. And I woke up after meditation, after my offerings, after I went for my walk. I woke up and I said, okay, this is the task for today. The first thing on my list is, let me post the daily readings for the Patreon. So at 7:30, that's what I was doing. That's when I touched my phone. Nothing that I had to do on my list had anything. It didn't have nothing to do with my first steps. Didn't have nothing to do with my phone, so there was no need for me to be on it. But all of that happened so effortlessly because I had a plan the night before. Everybody want to talk about the rising routine, but your night routine sets the tone for the next day. Even as simple as me picking out my outfit the night before. I didn't have to wake up. I wasn't in my robe till 12 o'clock. Even though, I work from home, I be in my robe till about the time I'm about to go live. Most of the time, I am in my robe most of the day. But I had an outfit picked out. So the fact that I had my clothes on and I was dressed by 6 a.m., I already knew, okay, I can make some content. I'm ready to record. I'm ready to do anything. My sister had happened to get up early. She was off today, but she got up early. She was just like, you ready to go? You want to go to the grocery store? So we got up and we handled business in that way. But I was already up and I was already ready. This is how we prepare ourselves for the abundance and the breakthrough that we're looking for. It has nothing to do with you performing more. It has nothing to do with you doing something more. Like whatever you think that is that you need more of, usually is not the thing. What you need more of is the thing that you hate to do the most. If you feel like you just got a strong urge to change your diet and you just like, I really want to eat right, but I just keep messing up. But every single day you just feel like you got this urge to eat better. Eating better is going to be the next step into getting the results that you want. Because investing in yourself is always going to be the best outcome. You can never go wrong with investing into yourself. And whatever it is, your next step is always the last thing that you want to do. And I've been saying this for years about getting my routine together. And it's not until today, that I'm like, okay, let me figure out. And it's really was me, hey Monet. It was really me, I think I saw a video, shout out to Odemi, what's his name? Odefemi. But I was watching his videos and I was just going down a rabbit hole of he's a Babalawa, but he was talking about, the Orisha lifestyle, and he said I watched a video on routine. I took notes on it and I said, ooh, this sounds good. And not that his video, the beginning part of it, those were kind of things that I haven't heard of before, and I kind of implement them today, but I didn't even really need to implement it as much today because I wasn't as distracted as I thought I would be. So his logic in creating a routine was to treat it like you are in elementary school. In elementary school, we had early recess, we had a lunch recess, we had a evening recess, and then we had a reward once we get home and we've done our homework and we've done our chores. So he was saying, like, at the beginning of the day, if you're waking up at 5:30, give yourself at like 10 o'clock, get your first recess. Let it be a 30-minute recess. Go for a walk. Go do something, read something. Go do something that gets you in a playful mood versus being so strict to your task for the day. The second recess, you go back to work after that 30-minute break. You go back to work. Your second recess is your lunch recess. You go and eat a nice meal. We supposed to be eating our heaviest meal during lunchtime anyway, not at the end of the day. So eat a very nice meal. And then this is an hour to 2 hours. So you eat a nice meal and then you do something else fun that you want to do. Whether it be, for me today, I just took a nap. I didn't even eat. I just took a 2-hour nap. And I wasn't sleepy, but my tooth was hurting. So I was just like, let me just go to sleep. And I just took a 2-hour nap. And that still got me to the energy that I wanted to be in. It kept me moving. So waking up from that. But that could be anything. Whatever, after you eat your good meal, then whatever that is, after that hour that you want to spend time doing something, go shopping for a little bit. Go scrolling on social media if that's what you choose to do. But have a time where you have this recess, this lunch recess, which should be your biggest recess. And then then you want to have something later on in the evening. Right before you're about to be done with work, I say around 4 or 5 p.m. And during that time, it's another 30-minute recess. You can go, call somebody up and talk, chat with your friends or whatever. Go, whatever you choose to do for at least 30 minutes just to distract yourself. And then your last reward should be after everything is done, you checked off everything that you wanted to accomplish today. Then you want to reward yourself with, this could be an hour to 2 hours as well, but you want to reward yourself with, watching your favorite TV show, watching a movie. If you want to sip some wine or whatever, then that's how you unwind at the end of the day. And then after you do that, setting your day and reflecting on what you did well, what you didn't do well, how can tomorrow be better, and going from there. That's something that I took, and I'm gonna drop the next week we're gonna be talking about routines in a rebirth society. So I'm gonna drop it in the Patreon. The actual is a blog, that the blog PDF that he dropped at the end of that training. So I'm gonna put that in the group. But yeah, that was like, you know what? That's perfectly. That makes perfect sense, because a lot of times we end up trying to deprive ourselves from things that we truly want to do anyway. I know I want to be outside every day, but today it was literally thundering since 5 a.m., raining on and off, so I didn't get to spend as much time outside that I wanted to, but I still spent some time outside. I had my windows open to get fresh air. Like, I still got to do something. Like, I take time to watch content every day. Like, I'm watching videos on improving myself, personal development. That's something that I did in my last 30 minutes right before I came on here. So all of those things are ways to still reward yourself without rewarding yourself for shit that you ain't done. Like, what you smoking a blunt for as soon as you wake up? You ain't done nothing. You ain't did no rituals. You ain't done you ain't took no shower. You ain't done nothing to prepare yourself, your mind, your body for the day of activities you have to do, but you smoking a blunt. What are you, watching TV for? What are you scrolling on social media for? If you haven't done anything, you haven't accomplished anything just on your regular day-to-day basis. Once you get in the habit, and we got the video up already of like getting, improving your winning muscle. I don't know if we got it on here or if it's just in the Rebirth Society, but strengthening your winning muscle. You strengthen your winning muscle by having small wins every single day. Today, I checked everything off of my list. Today, I did exactly what I said I was going to do in a timely manner. I woke up on time. I went to bed early. Those are small wins. Once you get into that habit of winning, it's easy. It'll be way easier for you to reach bigger goals. So that's how we prepare ourselves for the abundance and the breakthrough that we're looking for, by simply just becoming. And we hear that so cliche all the time, like becoming the person, become the thing that you want to be. But nobody is talking about practical ways to become those things. If you are wanting to do something, the first thing is to realize, what does that even mean? You want to be a wife. What does it mean to be a wife to somebody who is not a narcissist, somebody who is not a freeloader, somebody who is family oriented and things like that? What does it mean to be a wife to the person that you desire to be married to? Maybe it looks like you've been spending a lot of time by yourself because he's a career man and he got business meetings and he's always traveling. How can you prepare yourself for that? How can you prepare yourself for long periods of time where y'all not together in the same room? You said, gotta be in a Rebirth Society. I need to watch it. Yeah, go look, search it in a Rebirth Society first. But if it's not if it's on here, then y'all can enjoy it too. If it's not, get in a Rebirth Society. You can watch it, because I ain't gonna post it over here. But yes, the main thing is to make sure that you know what you're asking for. Make sure that you know what you're asking for, because a lot of times we say these blank things like, I want this, but you have no idea what's required of you to do that. And when you decide, or once you say, yes, I still want this, after I know what's required of it, then that's when complaining goes out the door. You either want it or you don't. Don't keep telling me you want this, you want to heal your womb. I'm telling you what's required of it, and yet you still complaining about, well, everybody ain't gotta be vegan, or I can eat a little this every now and then. If you know the answers, then don't fucking ask me, because I'm gonna tell you what I know works. And if you still haven't decided that what you know is not gonna help you, then I can't do nothing for you. But if I'm telling you the blueprint for it, because this is my profession, you either take it, with a, take it with a grain of salt and do what you want to do with the information, or you're going to listen and say, okay, if you're telling me and I trust you and I trust your judgment, I trust your reviews, I trust, the process, and this is what I've decided to do, then complaining goes out of the window. It's either I fucked up and, let me get back on track, but there's no excuses. Because at the end of the day, you told me you wanted this. Don't be mad at me because, I didn't put you on a strict diet and, you losing friends and you losing your job and you losing everything else that's not in alignment with the results that you want. What comes with it? I give you a full disclaimer. You gonna lose your job. If you work in a job that's not in alignment, when you go through the hormone challenge, it comes with the territory. Healing comes with losing shit that's not in alignment with what you desire. And when we realize that, the quicker we realize that, the quicker we'll be able to transition, because a lot of times we get so caught up in, well, I don't want to lose this, or what's going to happen if I don't have that? What's going to happen if you keep it? You're going to stay exactly where the fuck you are. That's what's going to happen if you keep it. Why are you even concerned about what's going to happen when it'll be better? Anything will be better than what you're doing right now, or you wouldn't have sought out for a different outcome. You already know what's going to happen if you stay doing the things that you stay doing. The environment that you have created so far got you the results that you have so far. So when you say that you are ready to change, when you say that you want more for yourself, also be ready. Ask yourself, am I ready to lose everything that I have right now? Everything that I have right now. Don't even go through it and say, well, this is a good person and are you willing to lose? Because all the time, sometimes you don't have to lose any and everything, but most of the time you will, because most of the time you got an environment full of stuff that's not in alignment with what you're asking for. So are you willing to lose everything? Are you willing to lose family members? Are you willing to lose relationships? Are you willing to lose friends? Are you willing to lose your job? Are you willing to lose your schooling? Are you willing to lose everything that your religion? Are you willing to lose everything to get to the desired results that you want? Because once you say yes, and once you say I'm ready, and you commit to that, don't be surprised when your world literally just turns upside down. Don't start complaining. Strap your boots on and let's go for the ride. That's what needs to happen. Strap your boots on and be like, all right, we in there. This is what happening. Okay, we going through the thick of it. Because at the end of the day, nobody said it was easy, but it's always going to be better than the life that you're living right now. If everything and everybody around you was going to produce the outcome that you want, you would already have that outcome. You would already have that outcome. So how to prepare for your breakthrough is simply getting ready for it. Getting ready to lose everything, or in the midst of you losing everything, not complaining, not trying to go back to that thing because it's feeling comfortable, because you way out here by yourself and you feeling lost, you feeling confused, and you just, well, maybe if I just, I could just call them for a second. Like, it ain't gonna hurt. And then I just want to check whatever bullshit you about to tell yourself to justify going backwards. That's going to determine whether you ready or not. A retrograde gonna tell it every single time, because a retrograde gonna make you show you what exactly it is that you still working on, or the things that you actually still attached to. So that's all I got for you guys. I don't have time to pull no cards, but that message was all in all enough. I'm after 5 minutes over my over my timing. I gotta be in bed by 11. So thank y'all so much for chilling with me tonight. Thank y'all so much for trusting me with this information. If you are not a part of the Rebirth Society, click the link down in the description and join. It's only $5.99. It's only $5.99. So go ahead and invest into that so we can get you spiritually in tune. Tomorrow is Thursday, where every single Thursday, we'll be training and certifying women to be professional Yoni Steam practitioners, certified Yoni Steam practitioners. And then you'll have access to the original OG Rebirth Society, where you can learn about holistic healing and how to run a holistic business. But other than that, y'all have a great night. Take this information, apply it to yourself, and then come back to the chat and let me know how it's working for you. How is your routine working for you? How has your plans start to shift once you start to get more serious and identify what it is that you actually want? Let me know down in the comments. But I will see you guys. If you want to Rebirth Society, I'll see y'all tomorrow. But if not, then I'll see you guys on Monday. Y'all